Have you ever wondered why, even when it feels like you're doing everything right, things just don't work out with women? Frustrating, isn't it? Especially when it seems so easy for other guys. The truth is, many men end up making small mistakes that push women away before they even get a real chance. These mistakes are almost invisible to the person making them, but completely obvious to everyone else. Think about this scenario. You're on a date, trying to impress her, agreeing with everything she says, or asking what she'd like to do without offering any suggestions yourself. It seems polite, right? But in practice, this gives off a sense of indecisiveness or even disinterest, and this turns off her emotional side, which naturally feels drawn to confident men who take initiative. It's a classic case of good intentions leading to bad outcomes. Another point is that women often won't directly tell you what they didn't like. They're not going to say, "Oh, that bothered me." Instead, they'll just pull away, and you'll be left wondering what went wrong. Then the pattern repeats, because the same behavior that drove one woman away ends up being used with another, leading to more frustration. But don't worry, this doesn't define you. These behaviors are learned, which means they can be changed. Small shifts in how you present yourself and communicate can completely transform the way women perceive you, and the first step is understanding this. The problem isn't who you are, it's the attitudes you project. Ready to turn things around? What usually separates you from a woman's interest isn't major flaws but small details. It's in your expressions, your tone of voice, or even how you react during a conversation. For instance, a forced laugh or over-explaining your opinions can unintentionally come across as insecure. And trust me, women pick up on these things in the blink of an eye because they're highly attuned to emotional cues. Now think about this. When you're talking to a woman, are you truly listening to what she's saying, or are you already preparing your next response in your head? Many men miss the chance to build a connection because they don't show genuine interest. Sometimes simply asking what she really enjoys doing makes all the difference. Ignoring these moments can make you seem uninterested, like you're just going through the motions. Another common mistake is relying too much on canned lines or generic seduction techniques. Lines like, "You're different from all the others," can come across so fake that they end up pushing her away. Women love authenticity. When they sense that you're saying something you could say to anyone else, the magic is gone. This is why the secret lies in the details. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present and honest. Show genuine curiosity about what she shares with you. A simple adjustment like this can change the entire dynamic. The difference between a casual chat and a real connection is in the attention you give. Many men believe that to attract a woman, they need to have a flawless appearance or be financially well off. But the truth, what really moves them goes far beyond that. It's about more subtle and powerful things, like genuine confidence, clarity about what you want, and that energy that shows you have purpose. These qualities speak louder than any preference or personal taste. Take confidence, for example. It's not just walking with your head held high. Confidence shows in how you make decisions. Imagine you're at a restaurant, and instead of asking, "What do you want to do?" you confidently suggest a dish or an idea. This demonstrates leadership, and believe me, leadership is one of those things women love because it conveys stability and direction. Another game changer is balancing ambition with the ability to live in the moment. A guy who's focused on his goals but can also give his full attention to the woman he's with is irresistible. On the other hand, if you're glued to your phone or distracted during a conversation, it can give the impression that she's not that important to you. But giving her your undivided attention while you talk creates a unique connection, one she'll remember for a long time. And above, all female attraction is fueled by authenticity. You don't need to be perfect. In fact, being yourself, with your strengths, flaws, and vulnerabilities, is what truly captivates. Women connect more with who you genuinely are than with an idealized image. Your uniqueness is your greatest power of attraction. Do you know what really captivates a woman? A man who can maintain an air of mystery without being inaccessible? Mystery keeps things exciting because it sparks curiosity, an essential ingredient for holding her interest. And no, this doesn't mean being distant or playing hard to get. It means not revealing everything about yourself all at once. Sharing your stories gradually, at the right moments, is an amazing way to create an engaging atmosphere. Think of suspense movies. They never give everything away at the start, right? When you spill everything about yourself right away, you risk losing the charm of discovery. Instead, let the conversation flow naturally. For example, if she asks about your life, you could reply in a way that piques her interest, like, "Oh, that's a good story, but let's save it for another time." This leaves room for her to want to know more, but it's not just about mystery. Your emotional presence makes a huge difference too. Being truly present means focusing on her, without distractions or constantly checking your phone. When you give your full attention, the message she receives is clear. Right now, you're my priority. And trust me, that's rare, and precisely why it's so valued. When you combine mystery with presence, you create an irresistible dynamic. The mystery makes her want to discover more about you, while your presence makes her feel special and connected. It's this balance, being interesting but approachable, attentive but not desperate, that sets you apart. Remember, being interesting doesn't mean being unreachable, and showing interest doesn't mean giving up your individuality. The secret to truly winning her over lies in that duality. The way you talk to a woman can be the deciding factor in whether she's interested in you or just brushes you off. And you know what? Good communication isn't about impressing her with fancy words or elaborate stories. It's about showing confidence and demonstrating that you genuinely care. The way you choose your words, and even the tone of your voice, can make all the difference. Instead of starting with something generic like, "What do you do for a living?" why not ask something more personal, like, "What do you enjoy doing?" when you have time just for yourself? This approach goes beyond the obvious and shows that you're interested in who she really is. Women want to feel like you see them as unique individuals, not just another face in the crowd. And it's not just about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. Maintaining eye contact, offering a genuine smile, not a forced one, and having confident body language make you seem secure and approachable. On the other hand, if you're constantly checking your phone or fidgeting nervously, it can give off the impression that you're uncomfortable or uninterested, which is a major turnoff. Communication is a complete package. What you say and how you act go hand in hand. Oh, and here's a pro tip. She doesn't always want you to solve her problems. Sometimes she just wants to be heard. Saying something like, "I understand how that could be tough for you," might seem simple, but it has a huge impact. It makes her feel valued, and that builds a stronger connection. A great conversation isn't about having all the right answers. It's about creating a space where she feels comfortable and important. Want to know one of the secrets to naturally and genuinely attracting women? It's the energy you project. And no, this has nothing to do with looks or canned lines, but with the way you live your life. Men with strong masculine energy don't seek approval. They know who they are, have a clear purpose, and exude confidence without needing to say a word. It all starts with self-awareness. Ask yourself, what do I want for my life? And what am I doing to get there? A man who is constantly challenging himself and growing is automatically more interesting. Women are attracted to someone who knows where they're going and has control over their own journey. It's not about being perfect. It's about being in constant evolution. Another essential point is how you handle challenges. Imagine a stressful situation arises, whether at work or even on a date. A man with balanced masculine energy doesn't react impulsively. He stays calm, evaluates the situation, and acts rationally. This shows emotional strength, something women deeply admire. And of course, taking care of yourself is a key part of all this. Exercising, investing in hobbies, taking time to meditate, or simply prioritizing your mental and physical health doesn't just benefit you. It also sends a powerful message. You value yourself. And when you value yourself, it reflects in your interactions. A clear message that this mindset conveys is, I'm complete, but I'm willing to share my life with someone. This balance between independence and openness is magnetic because it shows you're not looking for someone to fill a void, but rather someone to add value to your life. At the end of any interaction, what truly matters is the impression you leave. Leaving your mark means ensuring your presence is remembered in a positive and impactful way. This isn't about flashy gestures or rehearsed lines, but rather the consistency between what you say and do. Women notice and value when a man acts in alignment with his values, and that's something that sticks in their memory. Think about this example. You had an amazing date, and as you say goodbye, you say something simple and authentic, like, "I really enjoyed the time we spent together." It might seem small, but when said sincerely and accompanied by a genuine look, it creates a deep emotional impact. Small gestures like this carry enormous weight because they show that you value the moment you shared. Another important point in leaving your mark is to be both interested and interesting. During the conversation, share a little about yourself, your stories, perspectives, or experiences, but in a way that invites her to join in. A back and forth where both of you feel heard is much more powerful than a monologue. If she feels that the interaction was special and unique, your presence will be remembered in a way that few can achieve. And remember, less is more. Don't try to impress at all costs or overdo your actions. Authenticity is what truly stands out. Your impact will be stronger when it's backed by your true self. Be the kind of guy who doesn't just enter a room, but leaves behind a positive vibe when he walks out. That kind of presence is irresistible, and by adopting it, you attract deeper, more meaningful connections that go beyond superficial interactions. There's a secret about how to win over women that only a small fraction of men know, and you can be one of them. Imagine knowing exactly what to say and how to act to spark a desire in her that she doesn't even understand, but can't resist. This knowledge is now within your reach, and the best part? You don't need to be rich, good-looking, or experienced. Thousands of men around the world are using this method to completely transform their love lives. And the most surprising part? It's so simple that you'll wonder why you never knew about it before. Curious to find out what it is and how it works? Don't let this chance slip away. Click the link below to watch the video and discover this unique method. It might just be the missing piece you need to turn the game around and finally attract the women you've always wanted. The answer you're looking for is right there. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and don't forget to check out the next video playing on the screen.